Hello and welcome to the Inspired Vision presentation. My name is Deanna LaRue, and I will be guiding you through the steps to making a vision board. Some people have heard of vision boarding before, but many have not. Have you ever experienced, which I'm sure you have, being so busy during your work weeks and thinking, gosh, when I finally get a week off, I'm going to get so much done around the house. And then that week comes, you didn't get as much done as you thought you would. It's because we have to be intentional with this time. If we don't have ideas of what we want to accomplish laid out in front of us, then we really seem to forget them. My husband was just saying this past weekend that he's been thinking a lot about his vision board, and he put it in a great perspective. He said, I only have 20 more summers until I turn 65 and only 6 more summers with our oldest child, like gut check, 6 more summers, 6 more Christmases. And then obviously as we age, what are we able to do is going to be changing. So us riding 4-wheelers right now and ATVs is maybe not going to be possible when we're 65 or 70. I don't know. So I have to say that I was excited that he's even thinking this much about it. The biggest missing piece that I've seen with my clients in the almost 20 years that I've been a financial advisor, what they're going to do with their money. What do we want to do with our money? Not just when we retire, but what do we want to do with our money in 5 years? What do we want to do with our money in 10 years? What do we want to do with our money when we retire? And if we don't know this, how do we know if we have enough money saved? So this has to be our starting point. Life seems to present us with a preset checklist of goals to accomplish, and these are mostly more in our younger years. So get your driver's license. How exciting. Turn 18 and graduate high school and possibly, hopefully, move out of our parents' house. Graduate college. Find a job that supports our lifestyle. Get married, buy our first home, possibly have kids. But then what? Is the next goal just retirement? I mean, that's not what I want it to be. A little about me. I am very, very goal-oriented. It was very challenging for me to redefine my next set. I found myself being, just my life being centered around plans for everyone else. So planning for my clients, which I love, and my husband and my babies, my kids, and my family members. I got sucked up into their plans, and I had lost the vision of myself and what I wanted for the future. And I've always been a big dreamer, but I had gotten to a space where I had stopped dreaming for myself. So this is when I started doing vision boards to get myself inspired for the future. While on my journey to uncover what I wanted for the next season of my life, I also, I wanted to think about my purpose. I hear this a lot from people. What is our purpose? And I wanted to redefine my purpose. So I worked with business coaches and even a life coach. And what I found was that all of my most dominant strengths centered around me needing everything in my life to be planned, needing to have goals to reach at all times, which I didn't have at that point, and the need for achievement on a daily basis in order for me to feel in control. I know this sounds crazy, but it's me. So I thought that planning and organizing and self-discipline came naturally to everyone, but I learned that was my special strength. And we all have our own special strengths that we should be sharing with each other. I learned that visualization doesn't come naturally to everyone. And moreover, I learned that and I see this a lot in my career. I learned that couples even lose sight of their future goals together and may find themselves going in two different directions without even knowing it. So as I mentioned, I've been a financial professional for almost 20 years, and I've been helping people accomplish their financial goals. I realized the next phase of my life and career needs to go deeper. Everyone is going through something. People, unfortunately, are dealing with family members that may have drug addictions, people dealing with divorces, losing jobs. I see a lot of people struggling with a lack of identity, especially stay-at-home moms or retiring dads. I see people feeling trapped in their careers, thinking, this is what I went to school for, I can't change now. And I also hear a lot of, I'm too old to have new goals. That ship has sailed. That's not the case. So doing these reflections helped me confirm that my career path is truly my purpose, but I needed to challenge the traditional way of viewing financial confidence. And that is why I have created InSpired Vision. Even Dr. Joe Coughlin, who leads the Massachusetts Institute of Technology Age Lab, so the MIT Age Lab, says that effective planning must be about more than financial security. The new face of retirement planning must go beyond money and adopt an integrated and holistic approach to helping people prepare to live longer and well. So let's just think about aging. And he asks 3 simple questions that are very thought-provoking, though. So the first, who will change my light bulbs? This sounds simple enough, but is it? Even if you're 85 and you're in great shape, do you really think you should be on a ladder changing light bulbs? It is a question I think that he's really asking that's making us think, do I have a plan of how to maintain my home when I get older? The second question that he poses is, how will I get an ice cream cone? Quality of life is about being able to easily and routinely access those little experiences that bring a smile to us. So what if driving is no longer possible? Will I learn how to use technology to get it delivered? Or will I age in a community that will help make this access easier to me? And the third question, who will I have lunch with? Lunch is more than just a meal. It's an occasion. So who will we be spending this occasion with? These are the simple things we should be visualizing for our future. So let's get started. Who is vision boarding for? Like I said, some people have heard of it, but many have not. So if you are feeling lost, kind of like I was when I first started this process, or unclear of what your future looks like, or maybe feeling inadequate or unmotivated, or feeling like you're on the hamster wheel of life, wake up, work, sleep, repeat, then this is definitely for you. And what we're going to learn today is what is visualization? Why is visualizing our future so important? How to do it, and the results of doing it. Okay, so first, what is visualization? It is thinking about where you want to be, how you want to feel, and what you want to do in the future. And I love this quote by Yogi Bear. If you don't know where you're going, you might wind up someplace else. And that is not what we want. So another example of visualization would be, let's say that you want a new bookshelf in your living room. And your first step would be to go search out a picture of what you're wanting. So you're going to be looking at the colors and the heights and the width and the texture. Then you're going to find that perfect bookshelf for you, probably on Amazon, and buy it. And when it's delivered, the box is going to have this pretty picture of what your bookshelf is going to look like, of course, after you build it with all of those pieces and parts. And then you're going to pull out the instructions sheet. And typically it's going to show you a list of steps, but it's going to have pictures, again, next to each step to guide you to your finished product. And then as you're building your bookshelf, and I'm sure you've felt this before, you're going to find yourself constantly looking at that beautiful picture on the front of the box for inspiration to keep working and to keep building. And this is what visualization is. It is creating a clear picture of what your dreams look like, so you have the inspiration to keep building them, and you know what they look like.
Clarity is power. You got to know the specific result you're after. What do you want? If you can't answer that question right now in your personal life, in your body, in your relationships, in your finances, in your spirituality, then you're not going to be as fulfilled as you want to be.
And everything starts with a vision. Van Gogh was asked how he did such beautiful work. He said, first I dream my painting, and then I paint my dream. What do you want to do in your life? Where do you want to go? What do you want to make happen? What do you want to make happen for between now and the end of the year? Think about it for a moment. Don't think of why you can't. Doesn't matter how much money you've got. Doesn't matter how much help you've got. Build a vision of what you would like to accomplish between now and the end of the year. And then make a written description of that vision. Paint the picture with words. You can go either way with this. You can start writing the picture and it'll come on the screen of your mind. Or build a picture and then paint it with words. Vision. Vision is going to direct your life if you let it.
I learned many years ago that there are two kinds of people. There's the type of person who says, I'm going to wait till I feel like it before I do it. And then there's a person who says, I've got to do it so that I feel like it. One will never get anything done because they're still waiting to feel the moment to move. And the other person says, no, I need to move, and then I will begin to feel the moment. Sonia, self-discipline is essential in your life and in my life if we're going to get things done. So I have a challenge for every one of you this weekend. The challenge is simple. As you go through your weekend, and sometimes it's kind of hopefully an easier time of your week, ask yourself, am I practicing self-discipline in my life? Am I doing the things that I should do because I need to do them, or am I kind of waiting to feel the moment?
And never think you're too old for anything. My own life did not begin to have meaning until I was in my mid-40s when I started teaching. At 50, I began my publishing company on a very small scale. At 55, I ventured into the world of computers, taking classes and overcoming the fear of them. At 60, I had my first garden and have become an avid organic gardener who grows her own food. At 70, I entered a children's art class. And also in my 70s, I totally changed my handwriting. I became inspired by Vimala Rogers, who wrote, "Your handwriting can change your life." At 75, I graduated to an adults art class and have started to sell my paintings. My current art teacher wants me to get involved with sculpture next. And at the same time, I took up yoga, and my body is making positive changes.
The ideal situation for a man or woman to die is to have family members praying with them as they cross over. He said, but imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, and that you, for whatever reason, you never went after that dream. You never acted on those ideas. You never used those talents. You never used those gifts. And there they are standing around your bed looking at you with large angry eyes saying, we came to you and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever.
Why is visualization so important? Many people sacrifice living for today to save their money for the future, but then they don't have clarity on what their future looks like. Having ideas and actual pictures of what you want in your life is going to make working on your financial goals so much more exciting. We need to be reminded what we are working so hard for and why we are saving our money to inspire us to keep going. We need to learn how to ask for what we want so the things that are meant for us know where to go. How to do it. Okay, so how do we do a vision board? This is how I did it. The first step was I carried a journal, a blank journal around with me. Carry it in your car, at work, at home, while you're watching movies, listening to music, feeling inspired. And then on each page, you will title each page with different areas of life that you want to focus on. So for me, some of the things were financial. So that was one of my pages. Health and fitness was one of my pages. Hobbies, personal. And then throughout your day, while you're carrying this journal around with you, write anything that comes to your mind that makes you feel joy and happiness and accomplishment in each of these areas. So maybe that is under financial, paying off your mortgage, or under health, getting more sleep, or other areas, taking cooking lessons, or getting my desk organized or my closet organized. Anything, all the words is what we want in here. And then you're going to use these words and these feelings and this excitement to choose pictures to match them. If you find yourself having a hard time in your journal, then you could fill out our ideal day letter to yourself. And this is actually my ideal day letter to myself. And I think my ideal day, my season of life, I have a 12-year-old son, a 9-year-old daughter. I own a business and still very much in the grind of work and sports. And so my day may look different than yours, but we only have so many hours in our day. So what are you going to spend your time doing? And I found this study from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it's showing full-time workers compared to retirees and how they spend their time, so by minutes in each day. And you can see that the average retiree is sleeping more, is watching more TV, but on a positive note, also is getting more time to read for their personal interest. So that's great. So just going through this and figuring out how you want to spend your day may help with your journal prompts. And then after you have your visions laid out, you can also start plugging some numbers to it. How much will it cost to live this vision, and where will the money come from? And again, another survey, this was from 2021 from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and this was just showing monthly average household expenses. Now, we each have different lifestyles, so ours could be different, but at least starting to lay those out. And as a financial advisor, I can show my clients what a safe annual income amount will be in retirement based on what they have and what they're saving. But having my clients start something like this on their own would be incredibly helpful to any financial advisor to be helping them meet their goals. Okay, step 2. After you have all of your words journaled, then you can start searching for images that match them. I get my images on online, Google, magazines. My favorite is on Pinterest, and I'll just take a screenshot on my phone and then I'll print them. Okay, so I have another video coming up. Then the last step is to buy a poster board, which I get mine from Walmart. I get these 5-packs, but you can get them at the dollar store, wonderful Amazon. And then you are going to take your printed pictures and you're going to glue them on the board. But the key is to hang them somewhere that you can see them every day. And I'm going to share some examples of mine, and actually I have my children do them. My husband's working on his, but for me, you see the picture of the Orange International Scout. It's easy for me to find projects, glam projects and stuff to do with my daughter, but for my son, I wanted to restore a truck. So I bought a really old, gross International Scout, and I've been looking at classes at Chattahoochee Tech to learn how to restore it with him. I want to learn how to reupholster furniture. I love doing artwork. I love fashion. I want to take dance classes with my husband. Again, these are just ideas that I have in front of me every day. And what I've found with my vision boards in the past years, it's so great that I'll start looking at them and be like, oh my gosh, I've done all of this. This is my 9-year-old daughter's vision board for this year, which I love doing these vision boards with my kids. It's wonderful as a mom to see how I can be intentional. So with her time and my time with her, she wants to learn how to water ski and ride horses. And I'm going to be focusing on the things that are important to her, not the things that I think we should be doing together. And this is my 12-year-old son's front and center girlfriend. That is great. And then he has a very lavish idea of us getting a new boat, but I'm not going to squash his dreams. He loves riding four-wheelers, wants to learn how to ride a dirt bike, and obviously very sports oriented. But I, as the mom, will be trying to focus on doing these with him and teaching him how to create these visions and dreams for himself. And then the results, you start to witness the results by having these images in front of you every day. You will be amazed at how your subconscious will work to make them your reality. You will naturally look at your board and get motivated and excited, and you will be surprised that you will make them happen. But it does take belief. And in one of those videos that I wanted you to see, there is Louise Hay. I just love her. She really didn't start her career, and she was very successful until her 40s. And I think that proves that you're never too old, you're never too young, and you're also never too unhealthy to continue to have these visions and dreams for yourself. I love this quote from Henry Ford. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. And I feel that is what you've done today by watching this presentation. You are expanding your mind to learn something new. And I'm excited to share that I have been working on an app for the past couple of years that will create a digital way of making a vision board. And I'm hoping for this launch within the next 2 months. So I will be sure to share when it comes out. And you can also follow my InSpired Vision Instagram. The handle is at @inspired_vision44 to stay informed on the launch and also see motivations that I'll be posting for vision board ideas. So thanks to everyone who has joined today. And I wish you the best in creating a meaningful life driven by a purpose that inspires you daily. Have an amazing day.